Every experience that you have in your life, that experience is inside you. You feel happy, you feel unhappy, you feel angry, you feel sad, you feel nervous, whatever you feel, it's always inside you. This is March 17th, 2020. I have been inside my room in, you can say, self-isolation for the past 4 days. Friday evening when I went to take my class and then I came back. That was the last time I was outside my home. This video is basically me trying to tell you how it is that I can stay indoors. And first of all, let me tell you that I feel amazing. I actually feel very, I can say, fresh, active, and very energetic. In some countries, in some places, it's going to be very worse. This is absolutely essential for you because, of course, there's a lockdown and you can't go outside and you have to stay inside. But if you're someone who is in one of the lesser affected places like India, like Mumbai, it is important to still isolate yourself even though the virus hasn't spread so much. So before I start with the 5 steps that can keep you happy while you're socially isolated, is a prerequisite step. And this prerequisite step is my nature. So right from childhood, I have been a person who is very introvert. So I've not always been a fan of socially interacting. I never had a lot of friends and I never enjoyed going to parties and spending time with people. So the reason I'm telling this is because it is innately very easy for me to stay socially isolated. But if you're someone who is very used to being outside and being with friends or being very social, at least one of these 5 steps could resonate with you. Step number 1, and I think this is the most important step, is schedules. Mostly 2 schedules. One is my morning schedule and one is the evening schedule. And this entire idea of having schedules has come from reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I've implemented most of the things that I learned from the book. Now my morning schedule comprises mainly of 2 things, stretching and meditation. I don't just see it as a schedule. For me, it's a ritual. I will not, or I would not start my day without having done that morning schedule. This morning schedule of stretching and meditation lasts for anything between 30 minutes to 1 hour. I like stretch my entire body. I start off with all the yoga poses I know, hip openers, something that you should definitely do once you get up in the morning because we've been sleeping the entire night and the muscles are tight and all that stuff. And then meditation, of course, I experiment with a lot of stuff. I experiment with guided meditation, unguided meditation, pranayamas, anulom vilom, all kinds of stuff that I learn constantly. Talking about my evening schedule, now usually it wouldn't happen that in the evening I get to work out because in the evenings mostly I have a class. My evening schedule is workout and I can do my workout inside this room. My workout is mostly calisthenics based. I'm working on the foundational compound moves like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and doing a lot of core work. These 2 schedules together make sure that your mind and your body are getting exercised. Your body naturally releases endorphins, which are neurochemicals that make you feel good. By changing your neurochemistry, as I talked about exercising, internally you're feeling happy. So it's almost like you have a remote where you can switch how you want to feel. Point number 2, and I think this point is also equally important. In fact, you could actually place this more important than the first one, that is eating well and staying hydrated. The moment I get up in the morning, this is before the schedules, I drink at least 2 liters of water, and then after that I have my water station here, which is full of waters all the time. Whenever I'm working, whatever I'm doing in this room, I always have a bottle next to me and I'm continuously sipping water. So again, the downside of this is you have to keep going to the washroom. But hey, in this situation is actually good because the more you go to the washroom, the more you're going to wash your hands with soap, which is something you should be doing. After my morning schedule, I have a fixed meal that I start my day off with, and that is an oatmeal. And it's like a big bowl of oats inside milk, and it's not just oats and milk. That would be very terrible. Oats with milk, with all the kinds of nutrients you can think about. It has dates, it has blueberries, it has cranberries, it has flax seeds, it has lax seeds, almonds, and it's topped up with honey. So it just makes it like, gives it a bit of sweetness as well. I absolutely love it. And the reason I think I've been able to stick to eating an oatmeal for almost a year now is the reason that I don't feel like I have to eat oats. In fact, I want to eat that. I want that to be the first meal of the day because it is so satiating. I love eating it. Second, I know it's nutritious, it's healthy, it's doing all the good stuff for my body. It's giving me fibers, giving me nutritions, everything that I want. It's very easy to make. Now currently my mom makes the meal for me gratitude. But it's actually so simple that I can make it myself. The thing I have in the afternoon, kind of a lunch thing, is whatever is made at home. Anything that's made at home is healthy. And the third meal of the day, which is at the night and the dinner, is also something that's made at home, so it's also healthy. I just feel up throughout the day. You don't feel very good when you're dehydrated. You don't feel very good when you're eating. While you're eating junk food, you could feel good, but after that you feel terrible. Like, imagine the last time you ate a piece of, or like let's say 2 pieces of cake, and how do you feel after that? Point number 3, and I think it's about productivity, and I'm talking about my main work, which is apart from Les Mills classes and making videos for YouTube. My main work, as I've been growing up, is helping my dad in his business. I don't really need anything to be working or to be doing that work. All I need is this workstation, I need my computer, and I need access to internet, and I can sit here whole day long, keep working. That feeling of being productive or having worked, it just makes me feel very good. And I really don't have a reason to not work because I don't have a reason to go outside, everything is shut. Point number 4, I think, is you don't have to take it to the extreme that I take it. In a bit of moderation, it could definitely help. I am currently off social media, and I did this in January 2020. The only platform I was really very active on social media was Instagram. I flirted around a bit with Twitter and LinkedIn and Snapchat, and just because they were there, I started to realize that Instagram is taking a whole lot of my time, is taking a whole lot of my mind. From analytics, I found I was spending like anywhere between 1.5 hours to 2 hours a day on Instagram, and it didn't make me feel good. So I'm off social media. What this means is I have very less distractions in my day. I don't get distracted. Like, my phone just stays away. It's just there or on the shelf. I don't keep it by my side as well. And that is also one thing which is very good right now, is because if your phone is something that's, really touched by you all day long by your unwashed hands, if you can just keep it aside for a while, it's actually good for you in the situation. Now, I wouldn't say just throw everything away and be sit like nothing. What you can do to substitute this distraction is, very important point, working on your skills. So currently, in fact, all the time I make this effort to keep working on my skills. I've been learning to play the guitar for a lot of time now, so I'm practicing the guitar, I play the piano, and the rest of the time I'm watching tutorials on animation, on editing, and all the kind of stuff. The point I'm trying to make is removing distractions from your life, really using that energy into working on your skills. Learning something new and developing new skills also releases chemicals in your system that make you feel good. Dopamine. It releases dopamine in your brain when you learn a new language, you learn a new skill. Pick up a skill. You don't have an excuse now that you're busy with work or whatever. And the 5th point is entertainment. So adequate entertainment is very important for you to stay sane. Being my teacher, my friend, my entertainer, my guide, and my mentor is YouTube. And it's difficult for me to express in words how much I love YouTube, not just as a creator putting content out, but also as a consumer. When I'm working on anything for 25-30 minutes, I tend to take like a break and I go onto YouTube, I watch a video and it makes me feel good, and back to work again or some other work. So this keeps me sane. If you are someone who is in a country where unfortunately there's a big lockdown and you can't go out anywhere and everything, life has come to a complete halt, I feel for you. I can understand that you might be getting frustrated. The thing is, in this situation, there is really no alternative. The only solution to dealing with this problem is, for a while, just socially isolating yourself. What is important is to do it in the best way possible. You could make this a very active time where you do all that stuff that you always wanted to do, but you could never do because you were always busy to do it. Lastly, keep washing your hands. Again, it's very important to stay sanitized, avoid social gatherings as much as you can. My name is Rajmeet, have I said that? So if you were seeing me for the first time, thank you so much. I'm very grateful to have you on my channel. My name is Rajmeet. You can consider subscribing to this channel. I put weekly vlogs, I put animation videos, I put spoken word poetry, music covers. Basically, the theme of my channel is that my niche is me. And so I don't fit into a particular niche. You may like some of the other aspect of me. If you happen to use any of these 5 tips or anything that resonated with you, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Just comment down. Also, if you have some friend of yours, they're finding it difficult to be socially isolated, you can send this video to them. It might be helpful. Thank you for watching. I shall see you very soon. Developing your skills. I really need to check if the camera is recording. Thank God. Because if it wasn't, that would be terrible.